The way you laugh, the way you talk, the way you simply are, it drives me crazy. And yet you go through life without a clue of the fire you've ignited in me. Every time you look my way, I feel a jolt of electricity, and yet you remain blissfully unaware of the emotions you stir inside me. You don't know it, but you're the reason my heart beats faster, the reason my mind wanders, the reason I can't think straight when you're near. There's a part of me that wishes you could see how much you affect me, but at the same time, the thought terrifies me. What if you don't feel the same? You have no idea how often I think of you, how your presence lingers in my mind, how your voice echoes in my thoughts long after you've gone. You're driving me crazy, and the worst part is that you don't even know it. I wish I could tell you, but the fear of ruining what we have holds me back. I'm torn between wanting to confess my feelings and wanting to keep them hidden, but either way, the madness of loving you in silence is slowly consuming me. You move through life so effortlessly, while I'm left struggling with the weight of emotions I can't express. If only you knew how much you truly mean to me. You have no idea how many sleepless nights I've spent thinking about you, how many moments I've replayed in my mind, hoping for a sign that you feel the same. You're like a fire that burns within me, and with each passing day, I feel myself falling deeper into the flames. The fact that you don't even know only makes it harder. I wish I could tell you that you're the reason for my distraction, for my late night thoughts, for the flutter in my chest every time you're near. Every time we talk, it feels like I'm on the verge of confessing everything. But then I see the way you look at me, and I know you don't feel the same. You don't realize it, but you're the reason I smile more, the reason I feel alive in ways I never thought possible. Yet, you go on, blissfully unaware of the effect you have on me. You've become the center of my world, and the fact that you don't even know it makes it all the more difficult to keep these feelings to myself. It's like I'm stuck in this endless cycle of wanting to tell you everything, but being too afraid to say a word. Meanwhile, you continue to drive me mad without even knowing it. Every time I see you, I feel a rush of emotions that I can't control. I wish you knew how much you mean to me, but at the same time, I'm terrified of what might happen if you did. You have no idea how much I long to tell you the truth, to let you in on the secret that you've been driving me crazy for so long. I'm constantly torn between wanting to keep my feelings hidden and wanting to shout them from the rooftops. But either way, you remain completely unaware of the storm you've caused in my heart. You drive me crazy with your every move, your every word, and yet you go through life like nothing has changed. If only you knew how deeply you affect me. It's a cruel twist of fate, falling for someone who has no idea how much they mean to you. Yet here I am, struggling to keep my emotions in check while you remain oblivious. You're like a puzzle I can't solve, and with each passing day, I find myself falling deeper into the mystery of you. If only you knew how much you mean to me. You have this effortless charm that pulls me in, leaving me spinning in circles, trying to figure out how I ended up so entangled in thoughts of you. I'm lost in the maze of emotions you create within me, but you walk through life, completely unaware of the storm brewing just beneath the surface of my heart. It's both beautiful and tragic to love someone who has no idea that they've become the reason behind your every smile, your every heartbeat, your every waking thought. You have no idea how hard it is to stand this close to you, to feel the warmth of your presence, and yet be worlds apart from what I wish we could be. I wonder if you'll ever notice the way I look at you, the way my heart races when you're near, or if you'll forever remain oblivious to the way you've captured me entirely. Every time we talk, I wish I could reach out and tell you what's really on my mind, that you're driving me to the brink of madness with your unknowing allure. The irony is that the closer I get to you, the more I realize how far apart we are. You're right there, but you have no idea how deeply I feel for you. You light up the room with your smile, and while everyone else sees just another happy face, I see the person who's slowly driving me wild with unspoken longing. Every time I see you, it feels like the world stops spinning for just a moment, but you remain blissfully unaware of the chaos you leave behind in my heart. You have no idea how much I struggle to maintain my composure when you're near. It's like my every thought revolves around you, and yet you remain completely oblivious. Every glance, every smile, every word you speak sends my heart racing, and yet you have no clue how much power you hold over me. It's almost unbearable how much you affect me, and the worst part is, you don't even realize the storm you create in my soul with just your presence. You think we're just friends, but every time I look into your eyes, it's a battle not to reach out and show you the depth of my feelings. The way you laugh, the way you move, the way you simply exist, it drives me wild. And yet you go about your day completely unaware of the effect you have on me. Every conversation we have feels like a secret test of my self-control, and with each passing moment, I'm losing the battle to keep my feelings hidden. You don't even know how often I think of you, how your face appears in my mind at the most unexpected times, making it impossible to focus on anything else. You light up my world without even knowing it, and the fact that you have no idea how deeply you affect me only makes it more torturous. It's a cruel game you play without even knowing it. Your every action, every word, every little gesture makes my heart race, and yet you're completely oblivious. I wish you knew how much I long to tell you the truth, that your smile, your voice, your very existence drives me to the edge of madness. Every time you walk into the room, it feels like the air changes, like I'm suffocating under the weight of emotions I can't express, and yet you have no clue. You move through life so effortlessly, and meanwhile, I'm caught in this whirlwind of emotions, secretly longing for you to notice the turmoil you've caused in my heart. You drive me crazy in the best possible way, and the fact that you don't even realize it makes it so much harder to bear. I replay our conversations over and over in my mind, wondering if you notice the subtle hints I drop, but you never seem to see how much you affect me. You're the reason for my sleepless nights, the cause of the butterflies in my stomach, and yet you walk around like nothing has changed. If only you knew. It's maddening to be so close to you, to hear your voice, to see your smile, and yet be worlds apart in what we feel. If only you knew the chaos you've stirred inside me. I don't know how much longer I can keep this to myself, the way you consume my every thought, the way my heart races when you're near, but you don't see it, do you? You have no idea how many times I've almost told you how I feel, how often I've come close to confessing that every moment with you is both heaven and torment. The way you look at me, so casually, without a second thought, it drives me insane because you have no idea what's going on inside me when you do. You're the calm in my storm, yet you don't even know the chaos you cause just by being near. If only you could see how much you truly mean to me. I wonder if you'll ever notice the way my breath catches when you walk into the room, or the way I struggle to find the right words around you. You make everything brighter, but with each passing day, I feel like I'm fading into the background, hoping for you to notice the way you've turned my world upside down. I don't know how you do it, but with every smile, every touch, you make me fall harder. And the fact that you don't even know it makes it all the more agonizing. Every word you say is like a melody that lingers in my mind long after you've gone, and the fact that you have no idea only adds to the ache in my heart. You have no idea how many times I've rehearsed telling you that you're the reason for the sudden shift in my world, and yet, every time, the words escape me. It's torture, knowing that you could walk away at any moment, completely unaware of the hold you have on my heart. I'm falling deeper with every word you say, and the worst part is that you don't even realize the impact you have on me. It's like you're this beautiful dream I can't wake up from, and each day I sink deeper into the fantasy that one day you might feel the same. You're the reason for my distraction, for my late night thoughts, and yet you carry on as if nothing has changed, blissfully unaware of the storm brewing within me. There are days when I wish I could just tell you how much you mean to me, but the fear of losing you holds me back. So I stay silent, driving myself mad in the process. I'm captivated by you in ways I can't even begin to explain, and the fact that you're oblivious to it all only makes me fall harder.